Hello everyone, I am Piers Duplock. I've worked in the games industry for 15 years now on over 30 plus titles, and I want to cover a subject that I get asked quite a lot. It's how do people get into the games industry? Whether you're a programmer, an artist, designer, producer, doesn't matter. Today I've got you covered. So let's get started. First things first, there's a lot of different roles to know about within the games industry, and each has its own specializations as well. You might have heard me mention a couple just then. There's things like producing, programming, artists, audio engineers, so many varied skill sets. You kind of have to work out what works best for you, what you're most interested in, and then pursue that field yourself. A great starting point for this can be education. While it's not always necessary, having a degree in computer science if you're a programmer, game design if you want to be a designer, or anything related can be a really solid starting point. But remember, skills are just as important. Learning things like C++ or Python if you want to program, learning engines like Unreal Engine or Unity is just as vital. And of course, don't forget about soft skills like teamwork and communication. Regardless of what you're going to be working in, you will need those skills. This all depends on what you think would suit you best and what field you want to walk into. So specifics, if you want to be a programmer, look at some programming courses, look at maybe computer science degree. If you want to be a designer, look at a design degree, look at the engines and some level design work, maybe even narrative design if you're interested in that. There's tons of resources out there for you in your specific field. Once you've built up those skills, you'll need a way to show them off. We call this a portfolio, and what you'll need to do is to show off what you're good at. If you're a programmer, you'll want to show off your code. You want to show off how optimized it is, how well it runs, what you can achieve with your code. If you're a designer, you want to show off your levels, what your creativity is like, maybe even your narrative branching paths. If that's the route you want to go down, that's what you should be showing studios. Likewise for artists, if the studio you're applying to has a specific style in mind, you'll want to match that with your portfolio. One important piece of advice, if you are doing any schooling or learning and you build a portfolio from that, is do not just rely on that portfolio to send to employers. It happens every year. We get a dozen applications with the same portfolio because that's what you learned that year at school. We need to see some outside work in there so we can judge your skill level outside the classroom. Once you've got some skills and a portfolio to back it up, I'd always recommend networking as your next option. Networking in the games industry is key because it is such a small industry. It transcends the entire world. There's no oceans, there's no boundaries. We all know each other throughout the world. So it's vital that you attend events, join online communities, and basically grow your network and be able to share your work as widely as possible. Off the back of that, there are always folks like myself who try to help people if we get contacted on LinkedIn, for instance, if somebody's looking for some CV help or maybe a portfolio update. Always happy to look that over and provide some feedback there too. When looking for your first role, internships can be very valuable. They are your foot in the door, again, opening up your network to more people and to other companies as well. And a lot of the time they can lead to full-time positions. Most of the time, a company is not going to open up an intern position if there isn't a junior position there as well that somebody can fit into. So all you have to do is impress, show off your skills, and hopefully that position can be yours. When it comes time to apply for jobs, tailor your resume or your CV to the job you are applying for. It's always critical to read the bullet points and then hit each one of those bullet points, if you can, in your CV. When you're just starting out, don't be discouraged by rejections. It's all part of the process. It's all part of learning. And sometimes it's just not a fit. So that's okay. Just be sure to ask for feedback. You're not going to get it a lot of the times, but some companies will give you feedback and you can action that. And that's a great first step into improving for the next application. As you continue to apply, or even after you've got your first job, what I'd always recommend is continuous learning. The games industry is such a fast-moving environment that it is not the same space that it was 10 years ago. It's not even the same space that it was 5 years ago. New technologies are always popping up. New techniques are always being used. So I'd always recommend continue to keep learning, keep an open mind on the latest trends and technologies, and always keep experimenting and trying to push yourself forwards. And there you have it. Follow these steps and you'll be well on your way to achieving your dream job in the games industry. If there's any specifics about this topic you'd like me to cover a little bit in more detail, please leave that in the comments, and I will catch you in the next video.